When Eau Claire beer enthusiast Joe Turner walks into Lazy Monk Brewing on Oxford Avenue, he observes what everyone else does. The cozy fireplace near the back patio, the welcoming bartenders behind the bar, and the home-like atmosphere that encompasses the area. But Turner's also reminded of something a little closer to home. Not only his first date with his wife Michelle, but also his wedding.
And she was a Busch Light drinker, never had a craft beer, so I kind of introduced her to that. And then in 2016, we ended up getting married here at Lazy Monk.
Turner became interested in craft beer years ago and introduced his wife to the beer scene on their first date. The sense of community that comes along with craft beer, along with taste, is what has always drawn him to it. Craft breweries and bars are the new coffee house, according to Smithsonian Magazine. The camaraderie that comes along with craft beer is what draws people to the craft beer scene. So much so, in fact, that, according to the Brewers Association, craft beer sales made up 23%, or $26 billion, of the beer market last year. Turner said that beer houses have become a place of social gathering and not necessarily just a place for trying new beers. This idea of breweries being the new coffee house resonated with Turner.
It's not like you're out at the bars on a Saturday night. It's not Water Street. At Lazy Monk, there's no TVs, there's no music. It's conversing among the people at the bar.
Turner said craft beer is something to bond over, regardless of age, background, career, or even the type of beer one may enjoy. He leans towards lagers, but his wife prefers stouts. Despite this, his wife and he can go pretty much anywhere and find something each of them will enjoy. According to a Consumer Edge survey, 40% of beer drinkers aged 21 to 27 are tired of the taste of domestic beers like Bud Light or Coors. With craft beer, consumers have a variety of styles and flavors to choose from.
I like the options. Forever, and when I was younger, I guess, there's very few styles of beer. So to have 5 different styles and 10 different kinds of beer, it's just nice to have choices, seasonal choices, one-time choices, and just whatever you're feeling that day.
One local hub for craft beer is Northern Tap House on Keystone Crossing in Eau Claire. The district manager of Northern Tap, Liza Sterletsky, aims to find beers other bars in Eau Claire don't have. She travels for beer as a hobby to find the trends, which she said will eventually come to Eau Claire, but she wants to bring them here earlier.
We try very hard here to bring forth to our guests unique beers that literally everybody else doesn't have on draft. And I have done a really good job, and the store has done a really good job of securing relationships with breweries across the country.
Sterletsky has a firm philosophy that there is a beer for everyone. She said it doesn't matter if someone strictly drinks wines or liquor, because there are so many styles and flavors of beers that almost anyone can find something they enjoy.
There are now ciders and sour. Cider really isn't a beer category, but sours are a really great transitional beer for a white wine drinker or a red wine drinker that's coming in here and says, oh, I don't like beer. And it took me really trying a whole bunch of different styles to realize everybody would, I challenge my guests when they come in here and they say, I don't like beer. I'll say, oh no, I'll find out something, or I'll figure out something that you like. It's the best part of the education experience that we provide.
Another reason craft beer lovers are so willing to try beer after beer is due to an app called Untappd. Untappd is a social app for beer enthusiasts where users can rate the beers they try and share them so their followers can see what they're drinking. Users can also search breweries and beers on the app to see how other users rate them. Untappd rewards users for trying new beers rather than continually drinking the same ones, which beer sales supervisor and distributor Ryan Marraro said means users are less likely to go to the same breweries again.
There's a lot of breweries are realizing that they make a beer and somebody buys it and they will be like, oh, I love it, and then they never drink it again. And that's really frustrating for a brewery.
Untappd rewards people for jumping from bar to bar and from beer to beer rather than immersing oneself within the community and become regular customers at the same bars. Turner, Marraro, and Sterletsky are all members of a beer enthusiast Facebook group called Eau Claire Beer Collective, otherwise known as ECBC. It's one of many Facebook groups around the country used to talk about craft beer and share opinion on new brews. Through ECBC, they have made friends who they will a lot of the time see out at different bars or get together to share beers with at home. These get-togethers are called bottle shares, and Sterletsky and Turner said they're great ways to try new beers and make new friends.
But literally that's part of the experience is people getting together and saying, what are you bringing? What are you bringing? What are you bringing? And us all getting together and popping bottles together and having dinner. So I would say once a week we do that. It's crazy. So that's the best part.
Through ECBC, Turner has made friends with local owners and distributors as well as members of the community. Wherever he goes in Eau Claire to grab a beer or two, Turner said he typically sees people he's met through bonding over craft beer. As for his favorite brewery, Turner always leans toward Lazy Monk, where he visits a couple times a week and grabs his favorite beer there, the Bohemian Pilsner. For Inside Eau Claire, this is Emily Wentland.